Why? I think it might amuse me. Yeah, well, seek amusement elsewhere. Fine, I'll go talk to Herb. Of all Judith's husbands, he's my favorite anyway. You know, Jake's right. Sometimes you can be...
Forgot to change that out. So this is a video where I know definitely I'm going to be rumbling on and on about current political affairs in the United States. So let me start with the state of the Democratic Party. So I think since coming to this country and foreign politics, probably is the first time I've think the Democratic Party is without a leader. What happened to that flank, that join up there with that flap? The things you see when you're making video. Anyway, that is a perfect example of when you don't do things the right way. It eventually can get caught up with you. What I mean is that, again, obviously Kamala Harris is not going to be the new boss or the new leader of the Democratic Party. And by the way, that tells you the type of person or politically wizardry, is that the word, or politically smart Nancy Pelosi is. And a relationship with President Biden, with former President Biden, broken down, and I don't think they're on speaking term. Because Nancy had said it, Pelosi had said it, that it should have stepped down earlier and it should have allowed the next presidential candidate to be primary. That means all the other can get compete for the nomination, for the Democratic nomination to be the next president, to win the Democratic nomination to be the next president. Sorry for the rumbling. And that didn't happen. So probably if that had happened, we would have been able to have a clear new Democratic leader. And even Kamala had won, I think she would have a better footing, a better stronghold on the leadership of the Democratic Party now. But being that she lost, and she lost miserably, because that was an election for her, again, that was an election for her to take, and she let Trump, what's the term they say? Snatch victory from the draw, defeat, or is it? Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so just right on the line, Trump, even though Trump won overwhelmingly, we get on the electoral college, and the popular vote, control the Senate, control the House. I really think he won at the line. But I will not get into that, and some people may say I'm delusional. I have no problem. Trump, he won, I can accept that. And that's another problem, so I'm going to get back to the Nancy Pelosi thing. I told you this video is going to be running on. Guys, and I find President Trump doing the same thing too. The election campaign is over, especially for Democrats. Accept Trump victory. Anybody that is a real student of politics, you have to understand voters vote on different issues. Some vote on one issue, some vote on many issues, some vote on personality. So and no grouping is monolith. Not every black people are going to vote one way. Not every Hispanic going to vote one way. Not every white people are going to vote one way. But the victory is his victory. And I really believe that we should give him more support as the President of the United States. Yes, I would. Because even though I take black issues very serious, and I don't think he does, for the sake of the union, and like President Obama said, still working to be a perfect union, we have to give the president all the support that he needs. I understand some things is good for TV, and when you're watching, your various TV news outlet, they have to find issues to fluff, to give substance to their programming. You understand? And I get that, and that's so tricky when it comes to the politics and the TV and everything. Sorry about that. Is that is that people do stuff because they have to, for the reason of relevance. Relevance to entertainment, relevance to politics and power. That's what I mean. So I think they should really give him support and let him be the president that he was overwhelmingly elected to be. And back to what I'm saying with the Democrat and Nancy Pelosi and Biden and Kamala. Sorry, my foot hit that. And so Biden, yeah, so, and I think that's the reason why the Democrats are like, out there in the wilderness, not having a true leader, not knowing what's going on, because the way Kamala lost, there's no way we could say, okay, you're going to be the leader. It's just common sense. You lost miserably. And Biden is very old to lead the Democratic Party at this moment. He wasn't even capable of completing his presidency as effective as humanly as possible. And we have to agree with that. You understand? And this is what happens when you pop up someone because of I don't know why they pop him up and get again. I always say he should have resigned 2 years after. It is your dream. And sometimes when you get there to your dream, it's not the way it's supposed to be. And we all have to accept that. And I wrote a book about that when 3 female classmates and I went to look up for a teacher, Miss Tillett. And we travel for hours and for miles and feet walking to find her house. When we found her house, it's just by the grace of God we found her house. And when we reached, it was the happiest thing for us that we found her house and we meet this sweet teacher. But as with the kids, her sister was not welcoming. And it just overshadowed all that giant happiness that, that we had seen our teacher, because we haven't seen her for months. She haven't been to school and we didn't know what happened, no one gave us any information. So sometimes when you get there, it's not the way it's supposed to be. And I think Biden had a great story, and I think he messed it up by not leaving the White House sooner than he was actually forced out. And that kind of put a blemish on his story, his thing. You understand? And so that's one issue with President Biden. No, why I really did this video is Mr. Trump and his presidency. And on my previous video, I said Donald Trump is a disruptor and not much of a solution to what you want to disrupt. But as the mayor of New York say, not everything Donald Trump does, we're supposed to be knee-jerk and jump towards it. You understand? And he's a businessman, like when you said in the Middle East, and to flatten and get rid of the people. And, his vision of seeing. Remember, he specializes in real estate. And that's where most of his wealth comes from. And he's going to look at a lot of things through that angle. What we going to see, the vision that we going to see, he will see it. And he's not towing the line of what the typical politician do. He's going outside of that line. As I said, he was taken from outside, not a career politician, to be the president, and he was re-elected president again. So we again probably the wording, the way he does stuff, but it is what it is. I always say I should be the person who probably could bring peace to the Middle East, because as old as I am, I have no idea what caused the conflict in the Middle East. I have no idea what happened. I've heard about the Middle East from I was like probably 12 or something like that. I'm in my 40s now. And I think someone like me will be I'm plugging in myself. Yes, someone like me will be a good person to really sit on both sides to find out what's going on and how can this thing be fixed, of what's going on in the Middle East. So but back to what I'm saying with President Trump. And so the most recent stuff is ICE being super active. That's what he campaigned on, President Trump, and that's what he's doing. That's what he was elected to do. The other thing also is all the executive orders that he has been signed, right, executive action, and all the stuff like that. Again, he has to do what he has to do. But one thing I take note of is the fact that he spoke about Canada being the 51st state and taking back the Panama Canal and something else he had said. And DEI, problem with DEI, DEI, that's where you really get me going when you talk about DEI. But like I said earlier, even in this video, the news outlet, they have to do what they have to do to fluff their story and to keep the relevance and storyline and in discussion on various topics. But I think if we really actually move away from the outrageousness of what comes out of the president's mouth and get back to social issues, go out there and talk about what the people facing. Yeah, so do the campaign what the Democrat didn't do, what Kamala Harris didn't do, and make that your news here, because I think it's tiring now. Listen to Donald Trump when he first ran for president, dealing with him when he fake said that he won the election, then to deal with him again back in the White House again, being re-elected. I mean, obviously some stuff is so outrageous, taking back the Panama Canal, making Canada the 51st state, the utterance about the Middle East. Come on, guys. And we all agree that he raveled in the attention when he make these outrageous stuff. News media, I think, should move away from covering those things. And Donald Trump will get up, President Trump will get up one day and like, okay, they're not talking about me. And he probably try to say more outrageous stuff to get the attention going. But we really have to move away from that. Because, and the reason why also, nothing was done from the White House, from the president, about dealing with economical issues and the financial, the inflation and what people facing about the dinner trying to put food on the dinner table. You understand? And that is what he was elected to do. I mean, yes, it's early in his presidency and give him time. But those are things that I would like to see action taken on in a swift and quick manner. And also, I do not like immigration topic is something I have to discuss on another video, because Biden dropped the ball with this crazy set of people coming across the border. I think logistically it was way too many people. And you don't know who really come across the border. I agree with, then can you get President Trump with that manner. But I think spending so much time and going backwards and trying to get all those people out of the country back to where they're from is a waste of time, and we just need to move forward and start the process of addressing who's here. Try to get them legalized. Of course, get rid of those who are the bad apples, and move them out of and get them deported. I have no problem deporting those who don't belong here. You understand? But the reason why I say another day for immigration video is because there are people that have been in this country for 20, 30 years, never commit a crime. I haven't seen their family. I haven't seen friends. Lose loved one that passed and that couldn't attend funeral. And those people need their green card right now. It hurt me to see people here for so many years, and probably some never had the opportunity to get green card, and they're in the system. I can be proving that they have been here. And no record and no criminal record, nothing against the law, and no serious accusations against the law, and they cannot get their paper. The green card and road to citizenship. Those are what I think more need urgent attention than those across the border. And so I guess I'll stop this video here for now, and I would talk about the DEI issue next time. But hope I get my point across with the stuff that I have to say and what I've discussed. And guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Alright, so thanks guys. And again, this is the raw truth. Comment too. Alright, the raw truth, and thanks for watching.